Funny story, I was planning on doing this video for a while, what I hypothetically would do if handed the reins to the Spider-Man movie franchise. I certainly was not planning on doing it today, but due to recent developments in the Marvel film world, I thought I'd better hurry up and do it while everyone is all hyped up on this news that Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios are working together to bring us an entirely new Spider-Man movie. And as a result, make us wait longer for Black Panther and Captain Marvel. But that's a topic for another day. Now, I have no idea what Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige's plans are for this reboot. But in the 0% chance they ask me to make it, here's what I would do. First off, I would make Peter Parker, or Miles Morales, in his 30s. We've had 5 films of him as a teenager or a young adult. Let's try something different. How about Peter as a working man, with a full-time job at the Daily Bugle? He's still a photographer, but wants to be a reporter. He could even use being Spider-Man as a way to grab scoops, although that would also weigh in his conscience somewhat. Next idea, the villain. The biggest complaints Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 got were the high volume of villains. So keep it simple. One central baddie, though you could start off the movie by showing Spidey doing battle with a villain to already jump us into the story. I think Vulture could work here. For a long time, Sony has been wanting to make a Venom movie, so kill 2 birds with 1 stone and have him be the main antagonist in this new Spider-Man movie. The Eddie Brock character would be a good host, and he's flexible enough that you could give him any profession or background. I would have him be an astronaut who gets infected by the symbiote in space. I know plenty were hoping for that route after Spider-Man 2, and I think it's a good storyline. There's a strong yin and yang battle to be had there. For a love interest, I propose we don't use Mary Jane Watson, since we already got plenty of her in the Raimi films, nor Gwen Stacy for similar reasons. I would have Felicia Hardy be Peter's girlfriend. Instead of using the on-again, off-again thing, have them in a solid and good relationship. And no, I would not have her kidnapped. Even Kirsten Dunst looked at the Spider-Man 3 script and said, "Really? Again?" If possible, maybe set it up at the end, something that hints at her becoming the Black Cat in the sequel. For the special effects, a way to have Spider-Man swing through the city while cutting costs is using a real stuntman over a CG model. I'm not one of those people who hate CGI. Far from it. I think computer-generated effects have brought us some of the most impressive screen images in the past decade. However, these films are getting ridiculously expensive. And I think that's part of the reason Sony signed this deal with Marvel/Disney. If they share the bill and split the production costs, that's less of a strain on Sony's bank accounts. Using practical effects would lessen the budget even more without sacrificing quality. The great thing about the Spider-Man costume is you can put anybody with the same build as the actor and will be none the wiser. Hire a performer from Cirque du Soleil, have him do some web-slinging in front of a green screen, or if you want to be really daring, swing him above New York for real. Do the same thing with Venom, though his face would have to be computer-generated. Say what you will about the use of the character in Spider-Man 3, but his face, what little we saw of it, was exceptionally animated by the effects team. Now onto casting. This may sound cliché since he was considered for the first film and almost replaced Tobey Maguire for Spider-Man 2, but I think Jake Gyllenhaal would be a good choice to play an adult Peter. If you prefer Miles Morales, Donald Glover is the best and obvious choice. In the role of Eddie Brock, I can kind of see John Krasinski, to be honest. A lot of people want J.K. Simmons back as J. Jonah Jameson, and I can see that happening. He voices him in the cartoon, so Marvel clearly understands that some roles have just too perfect casting. However, to be fair to fans of the Mark Webb films, Felicity Jones should play Felicia. I'm still disappointed Dylan Baker didn't get to be the Lizard, and Jones deserves the chance to eventually become the Black Cat. But those are just my ideas. Whatever route Feige and Pascal choose to go in, I trust them. But please, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see in a Spider-Man movie.